Hi everyone, this is Edith with Suzzle Consulting. I'm so glad to be back with you. This year we are dedicating this year to self-care. And so many people do different things this time of year in order to start that off. So either they're fasting or they're detoxing. And what I decided to do this year is to do detox, but we're going to do it a little bit differently, whereas we're going to make subtle changes day in and day out and day in and day out and be consistent with the changes and add more and more. So by the end of the year, you like a brand new you. Remember I told you get a new body every 11 days? Well, at this 11 days, you made one change and then you're a little bit better. And then the next 11 days, you added another change and you're being consistent with the first change. And so you're keeping on improving. So when you look back at the beginning of the year, when you get to the end, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I was like that. So I'm excited to take this journey, and I'm going to have you guys come along on the trip with us. So we're going to give you some tips and some tidbits so that you can self-care for yourself too. So we're going to start with the detoxing, and detoxing is super important. God in his infinite wisdom knew that we were going to day in, day out experience things when we left our houses that were going to be toxic to us. Okay, so you might be like me and try to eat right and try to exercise and try to get your sleep, but the moment you leave your house, bam, you run into some exhaust air because there's a bunch of cars on the road. Or you leave your house and bam, you go to a restaurant because you didn't have time to cook and you drink the water and the water's not filtered. So it's got all these extra minerals and extra substances in the water. You know, so your body is just like, oh my goodness, I don't like this. This isn't supposed to be in me. So let's get it out. Let's get it out. And we are so thankful that our body does that. Thank you, Lord. Because we don't want toxins on the inside of us, because if we don't deal with them, what ultimately happens is it overworks our body, and then our body gets tired, and then it gets run down, and disease sets in, and we don't want that. We're going to be alive and thriving, all right? So we're going to talk about detoxing. So what helps us detox? God gave us these organs to help us with this process. So you got your liver. Your liver detoxes and takes any type of chemical that's toxic and changes it to where it's not toxic in the body. And then you got your liver, which filters out your blood and then removes the toxins from the blood through your urine. So urinating is really important, and that's why your water intake is so crucial, because it helps move toxins through those kidneys, okay? And then next, you have your lungs, which I almost always forget about your lungs. But your lungs are a detox organ as well, because it helps you exhale all those toxic fumes that you may run into. And we're going to talk about some toxic fumes today as we go into this video. So lungs are important to removing those fumes, okay? So then you have your biggest organ, which is your skin, and your skin helps you remove toxins by taking the toxic stuff and sweating it out your pores. So that's why exercise is so important. And then let's go back to lungs for a second. Breathing exercises. A lot of us don't even breathe deeply like we're supposed to on a daily basis. Like breathing is involuntary, so it just happens. But you know what? You don't think about breathing until you can't. And then when you can't, you be like, oh my God. It's tragic. So we want to do what we can to help our lungs. So deep breathing is really important. And again, that's where the exercise will come in. Sweating toxins out your pores and breathing toxins out of your lungs, all right, during those exercise and high intensity times, right? Right. And you also can do breathing exercises when you're just sitting motionless, and we'll talk about that in another video as well. Then you have your lymph nodes, and oh my goodness, lymph nodes, those be the things that the surgeons want to cut out the first thing when they talk about surgery. I had to have surgery last year, and me and my surgeon kind of went back and forth a little bit about my lymph nodes, because I was like, nope, do not touch my lymph nodes. I need my lymph nodes. Because if it's anything in my body that's going to filter out toxins, leave it in my body, please. Thank you. But you got to work with your doctor and determine if that's what's right for you. For me, that was the right call, okay? So yeah, your lymph nodes are super important because they are the communicators to your body that says, hey, we got some disease going on up in here. So like, let's get busy. And then your body gets busy and gets inflamed. And then the inflammation helps to bring on the antibodies, and the antibodies help knock out that inflammation and the bacteria and the viruses and all that, so that you can stay or get healthy. All right. So we need those lymph nodes, and lymph nodes will filter lymph fluid through the body. All right. And removes waste that way. So all of those together help keep us healthy and strong by taking all the different chemicals that we encounter on a daily basis, whether they're by our choice or not by our choice, because our environment we're living in, it filters all that out to keep us healthy. All right. So we want to keep them free of disease. We want to keep them strong so that they're continuing to keep us strong. Okay. So we're going to do that by making some choices with the things that we can control, okay? So I can't control that I got 20 cars that drive by my house every day, but I can control what kind of nail polish I use, okay? Yeah, I'm coming for the nail polish today. And I'm coming with love, because y'all know, I love makeup and perfumes and cosmetics and lotions and just everything like that. Health and beauty, the beauty part I love, okay? So when after my surgery last year, I was a little sensitive to some things that were like strong in odors, and I was like, no, because this means now I can't wear nail polish. What is going on? So I had to walk around for a couple months with my nails all naked looking, and I was like, this is not me. I need some color. I need something. So I went online and started researching, and God is so faithful. He allowed me to find a couple of brands so that I could be myself and express myself, but do it in a healthy way. And my husband is always telling me the chemicals, like you non-stop, the chemicals. And I know what he's saying is so true. But women, like men are actually joining us now, because, men have beauty lines now too. But yeah, we got, by the time we finish putting on our face and our smells and all that stuff so that we can go out of the house, I promise you most women have on at least 20 to 30 products every day, and that is not an exaggeration. Like, yeah. So we read those labels, I hope we do, for the food that we put in our mouths, but how many of us read the labels for the cosmetics and beauty products that we use on our skin? Nobody? Maybe a few of y'all, yeah. So we got to do better about that as well, because I said our skin is the biggest organ, and whatever we put on it gets sucked into our body, and then our body has to go in fight mode, like, let's get these chemicals out. So we want to make it as easy as possible for our body to be able to function and not have to fight all the time with what we're putting on our bodies, okay? So nail polish. Most nail polishes have the big 5 in them, okay? The big 5. Now. I'm about to try to say these words. Don't judge me. Win or if I get them wrong. So you have taurine, which irritates the respiratory system, all right? Then you have dibutylate, which is a hormone disruptor. And my gosh, anything that's a hormone disruptor is serious business. Your hormones are the communication system in your body, okay? So literally your body does what it does because the hormones say, one part of the body says, hey, I need my hands to lift up. And the hormones are like, okay, use me. Go through me, and then it gets from the brain to the hand, and the hand lifts. But if there's a disruptor, the brain is saying, I need to lift my hand, and instead of you lifting your hand, you want to lift your hand, but it just ain't lifted. So some of us are moving, but we moving slow, or we got brain fog. It's the hormone disruptors that are in the way. We can't get the messages to the organs that we want to get them to. And think about this. Your heart is an organ, okay? Your kidney is an organ. These are organs. They need to know, your heart needs to know to pump. We don't need anything disrupting that message, okay? All right? So, that being said, all the hormone disruptors, we got to identify and get them out. Because we want to be able to be quick and sharp, okay? Yeah. Then you have formaldehyde, all right? Formaldehyde has been known to cause cancer. And then you also have formaldehyde resin, and then camphor, which is toxic to the skin and the eyes. So all of those, the big five, are in most nail polishes. And if you look at the nail polish bottle, you don't even think about it. You don't even you're just thinking about the color and how cute your nails are gonna look. Okay, like you go into these nail shops, which I haven't been to the nail shop in about a year now, and I miss them so much. But when you go into the nail shop, there is a clear, distinct odor when you walk in, and then, oh my goodness, my people who work full time doing nails and working with the chemicals and stuff like that, I am praying for y'all. Y'all, please wear a mask. Please eat right. Please exercise when you leave there, because you got to get those toxins, those chemicals out of your system. So yeah, please mask up. Keep your filter. Keep you filtered out, okay? Okay, yeah. But we're speaking and we're praying right now that you are covered in Jesus' name. All right. So, all that being said, those that polish looks good, it's cute, you think it's gonna make you look cute, but ultimately those big five, if you are exposed to them in excessive manner, then your body at some point just gets tired of fighting. It's the only way I know to say it. And then that's when you end up with disease. And we don't want that, okay? We want to keep our body in a state of where it's resting and doing what it's supposed to do, and then it gets to rest again and does what it does, and rest again and does what it does, right? Just like us when we're at work. We take an hour lunch so that we can get back to it, so that we can be refreshed and go back in full force, okay? So we want to do that for our body. So we're going to do it, and we're going to start with our product this day. 2 products, 3 products, 2 brands actually. Now I have honey nail polish, right? So I got this off Amazon. As a matter of fact, I got all of these off Amazon, okay? So easy click, you can just go type in honey nail polish, and I'm sure it'll pull up real quick so you can buy easily. I am not sponsored by anybody. If anybody wants to sponsor me, hey, help yourself. And if I do get sponsored, I'll be honest and let you guys know. But at this point, like, nobody's sponsoring me. I'm just telling you what I like and what I don't like about the product. So, nail polish. We don't want the big 5, but we still want to look cute, right? So, we're going to get honey. So, honey is super, super good in the fact that it is nail polish. This is what I have on my hands now. So, it's thick, it's shiny. I don't even have the top coat on, but it's glistening, okay? But you don't have to use nail polish remover. You literally, when you're ready to get change colors, you just lift up a little piece, pull it off, and go on to the next color. So you do not need remover with it, which is so awesome. And there is like almost next to no scent at all with this polish. I love it. Now, I wish it came in bigger bottles, but it's okay. There are tons of colors with this brand. Here I got my reds family. You got black, you got white, you got purple, you even got the little sparkles, there's gold, all kind of different colors, okay? So your heart, whatever your heart's content, because for me, I didn't really attempt to change into different or more healthier cosmetics because in my mind, they're not as good as the kind I'm used to, but you know what? Yeah, they can be. We just got to search it out and find a substitute. So this is a great substitute if you're looking for something that's thick and shiny. So I really like this. Downside though, realistic. Let's talk about downside. So the fact being that you don't need nail polish remover can be a downside because I was washing dishes 2, 3, 4 days and I'm like, why do I have to keep doing my nails because this stuff was just coming off in the water. So if you have a job where you got to wash dishes for a living, this is not depolished for you because you're going to be painting your nails every single day because it's going to come off very easily. And the thicker you make it, the easier it'll pop off. I work in retail and me being at the cash register, a couple of times I looked up and I had a whole nail that was just gone. So when it comes off like clean. It like just takes the whole thing off when it comes off on its own. So it's easy to remove. So to me, that's a downside. But at the end of the day, I love the fact that I don't have a smell. It looks great. And then I don't have to worry about chip polish because it just all comes off. And when one of them pops off, I just peel the rest of them off and then I just go paint them the next day. So if you don't have time to paint your nails every day, then this probably isn't a polish for you either because now it's lasted 2 to 3 days as long as I'm not sticking my hands in water or I'm not doing something excessively extensive. Try for yourself, see if it works for you. If it works, great. And then if it doesn't, then that's okay. Try something else. So then I have a second brand. Now you have to pray about this because I didn't even realize the name of it. We are a Christian-based business, all right? So I do not subscribe to Buddhism, all of that. But the name of this brand is Karma Naturals, which, karma is a part of Buddhism. So pray about it. And if the Lord leads you and says, okay, if you use it, cool. And if he doesn't, then we'll find another brand as well. Cause I'm going to keep looking for more brands. Cause, I just want to expand and see what's out there. So this polish is similar to regular polish that, I'm used to using that's out there. So you do have to have a remover to take this off. But the smell is minimal. There is a smell, it's just minimal, okay? The big 5 isn't there. So it is a healthier nail polish for you to be able to use. And it does stay on. You can get in the shower, you can wash your hair, you do anything in water and it's not coming off until you use the nail polish remover to take it off. And then on my toes, it lasted forever. So it was really good. And it comes in different colors. I have my blue and you got your natural colors. You got sparkles with this as well as your clear. So you have a variety of colors that you can choose from. And again, you don't have to worry about all of that, the fumes and the toxicity while you're using it or be concerned about long-term effects because it's a healthier brand. And then because you do have to use a remover, there is a remover that is made that goes with this. Same brand, Karma Naturals. And instead of being acetone based, because that acetone is going to get you, by the time you put that cotton ball on your nail, it took everything off. This is oil based, vitamin E oil based. And now you're going to have to rub. This is not coming off immediately like acetone. Like it literally rub and rub and rub. Now it gets it off and it gets it off clean and your nails are conditioned because it's got the vitamin E oil, but you just going to be doing some rubbing to get it off. So where it might take us 3 seconds to take off acetone. It might take you about 30 seconds to take this off. Yeah, long in a minute, just depending upon how thick you like your nail polish. And I like to put mine on about 3 coats or so. But I like this as well. This does not have a scent to my recollection, to my knowledge. I don't think I remember smelling anything, but again, this polish does have a scent, but it's minimal, and it did not irritate me to the degree that the other nail polishes did. So those are my 2 cents about my 2 brands, and hopefully you guys can try 1 or 2, both of them, or all 3 of the products, and see what you think about them. And just know that you can be reassured that you can look cute and not subject your body to having to overwork yourself because you're putting toxic stuff in and your body's having to work to get that toxic stuff out, right? All right, so that's all I have for you today. This is Edith with Sozo Consulting. We will have more with you or for you going on in the next coming weeks, talking about detoxing and different brands that you can use to help you do that small step, consistent, everyday lifestyle change detox so that you can live a life where you are thriving, okay? So thank you so much. See you next time. Be blessed. Be empowered.